One of the most common issues when it comes to launching a new channel as a YouTube beginner is that you are shadow banned. You might not know it at first since you are a beginner, but it looks like this. So you get 11 impressions on your upload. Maybe this is your first upload, your third upload, your fifth upload, but you're stuck at 10, 20, 30 impressions without getting anywhere in terms of views either. So you can see here one view on this video. And if you scroll down, you would see that most of your impressions are from YouTube search, if not all. And this is a very clear signal that you are indeed shadow banned. If you think logically what is going on, YouTube is not displaying you in the browse features, meaning on the home page at all. They're only recommending you to people who searches for the exact title that you have uploaded, and that is not how it should be. So your videos, for example, they are not being placed anywhere here. They're not being recommended to new viewers. YouTube is simply restricting your video from being shown at all. And this can be super frustrating, trust me, I know, since I start a bunch of channels myself. I know how it feels. I coach hundreds of people on YouTube, so it's a very common issue that we see happening all the time. Now, there is actually a way to kind of unshadow ban your channel, meaning that the same channel that you're on can get kind of revived and then get traffic again, meaning that it's not shadow banned anymore. This means that you don't have to create a new channel, you don't have to delete a bunch of content and that stuff. You can simply just follow these steps and your channel will have a chance of being unshadow banned. Now, big disclaimer, this is not guaranteed to work 100% by any means. This is just something that me and a bunch of other creators use that sometimes works, sometimes it doesn't, but it's very easy, so there's no reason for you not to give it a try. I've had a very high success rate with this. So you have your channel that is shadow banned like this, you know, not getting any views, all your videos just flop, all that kind of stuff. If you go over to the settings tab, there is a permissions tab as well, where you can manage who has access to the channel, you know, who is the owner of the channel, all that kind of stuff. And what you want to do here in order to reset your channel is that you basically want to transfer the ownership to a new Gmail that has a higher trust score. So the reason why YouTube in the first case is shadow banning you is because they do not believe in you as a genuine YouTube user. So they think that you're a bot that has created your account to spam the platform, post a bunch of stuff that is made to scam people, or just flood the platform with a bunch of super low quality content. They don't want you to get any impressions for that reason. In order to then tell YouTube that, hey, I'm not a bot, you can try and transfer the ownership to a Gmail account that is very trusted by Google, and they think that you're simply a genuine user. Now, the way that you would do this is, first of all, you need a new Gmail. Either you can ask someone else to create one for you, like a family member. Creating new Gmails is not the absolute best. Since they're freshly created on Google, they might think that that is a bot as well. So if you have any like older Gmail that, for example, one of your family members don't use, or any older email that you haven't used on the same device as this one, then that is also very, very good. So you press on manage permission. In some views, in some cases, you might be able to manage the permissions here in the YouTube Studio. But in order to actually remove someone or make someone the primary owner, you need to actually have a brand account. You can't do that in the YouTube interface. So if you do have the brand account, or when you have converted your account into a brand account, you'll be able to manage the permissions through an external button here. So you press on it, so you'll be taken to a page that looks like this. This is my brand account, and then you just press on manage permission. And here is where you can manage the owners, editors, managers, all that kind of stuff. And the important part here is that you want to invite your new Gmail. First of all, invite new users. Just add the Gmail address. This might be in Swedish, some of them, but it says just add the Gmail address, which I would do. Press on invite, and that is done. Now, the hard and kind of annoying part with this is that you have to wait for 7 days before YouTube will allow you to make the owner into a primary owner and then remove your previous Gmail. So during this period, you cannot post any content, of course. You should just leave the channel to be still as it is. I know it might be frustrating, but what you should do during this time instead is simply prepare as much content as possible. So you know what niche you're in already since you've posted the first few videos. Just prepare, let's say, 10 to 15 videos that you are then ready to just fire off immediately. And that way you'll be able to stick to a very good posting schedule, which is inevitably required for you to succeed. Now, some very good practices when you're actually doing this, of course, is first of all, look into the content strategy that you have. So what is currently working really well on YouTube is posting longer content, first of all. So let's say that this is your channel, you know, Auto Wheels, your regular cash cow channel, you're posting a bunch of content. Obviously you wouldn't have gone viral like these guys because they have got super good results, but you're trying to break through. So you can see that your competitors are posting 15 14 minute long videos. What YouTube currently prefers is longer content, and I can't stress this enough. If you want to succeed, you just need to outcompete your competitors by posting so long content. So they're posting 15-minute videos. What you want to do, you want to post like 20, 25 minute, even 30-minute videos, and see if that gives you a better response from YouTube by them pushing your videos out more. The logic behind this is quite simple. YouTube wants you to keep a viewer on the platform for as long as possible. So if you make longer content, and considering it's the same quality of course as your competitors, then you will naturally keep a viewer on the platform for longer, meaning that YouTube will prioritize your channel instead of the competitor. The second thing that you should do is keep your packaging very broad. A very common beginner mistake that I see amongst many of my students, and a simple tweak that we just do and then they go super viral, is that they are niching down their packaging so much. For example, instead of having the title "The Best and Safest SUVs for Seniors in 2025", you would niche down so hard and do like the best and safest SUVs with 4 seats from China in 2025. Like it just makes it basically is the same video topic and you have the same content, but it makes your angle so much more narrow, just naturally decreasing the amount of impressions that you will get. If you think of your video as a funnel here, at the top of the funnel you have your packaging. So you want to make it as broad as possible so that more uneducated viewers about your niche will trickle into the funnel, leading to you getting more views. The easiest way that you can make longer content is by simply leveraging AI. And AI tools like Claude specifically are very good for making very long scripts. So once again, let's say you are in this niche. We want to recreate their most popular video, but we want to make it 30 minutes instead of 16 minutes, meaning double their length. So you would just copy the transcript to the video here, head over to Claude, paste in your transcript so it looks like this, and then write a prompt something like this. I am making a video on the topic, and then head back over to YouTube, copy their topic, so I'm in their title, copy the title like this, add quotation marks, and I've attached a very good example of a good script. I want to make and generally the benchmark for a 8-minute video is 1,500 words if you convert it into the spoken length when you make a voiceover out of it. So in this case you would want, I guess it's like 5,000 words if I'm not mistaken. So yeah, I want to make a 5,000 word long script based on the information in the attached reference, but also stuff you find online. And then you just paste it like this. It's not guaranteed that it will work now, but you should get an output that is a 5,000 word script for your SUV video. So I'll just skip forward to when this is done researching and I'll show you what I got. And boom, this took like 2 minutes, but it's generated a, let's see to be exact, 5,047 words long script. Let's just take a quick look if they are including any details. 2025 Volkswagen increased the price by $1,000. So it seems to be a lot of up-to-date information. You know, I think there is stuff about horsepower here as well. So it's a great script and it's double the length of our competitor. What you would then do next is just turn this into a voiceover, of course. You should already know this if you're creating content in your niche. What I wanted to mention is that you're most likely using 11 Labs for your voiceover or some similar very expensive tool. And if you're making a 30-minute voiceover, that can, like the cost can reach a very high budget quite fast. So I just wanted to put you on some sauce. There are other sites like, let's just take this here, copy this, that I like to use and that are kind of unknown in the YouTube automation space, but that basically everyone uses, at least everyone in my program and all the coaches we have, everything, where you can get 11 Labs quality voiceover, basically the exact same voice, equally easy UI to use and everything for 99% cheaper. So if we would go to the, let's see if you can see the pricing here. Yeah, so if we go to the voice credits, you'll see that we get 9 million credits for $39. On 11 Labs, this would cost you approximately $1,500, I think is the correct price. So it is very much more cost efficient. And there are other tools like ChatGPT, Leo3, Banana, whatever. So you can use this like this. Just paste in your voiceover. I'm not sure if we have the best voice right now. Create voice. And we would have the most cheap voiceover that you can possibly get generated with the exact same quality as 11 Labs. So if you want to know what this website is called, I'm not trying to gatekeep, but I can't, or I usually don't disclose this on YouTube. If you want to know, simply leave a comment on this video, leave a like as well. DM me on Instagram. If you watched any of my previous videos, you know how it goes. Just send me a DM with a screenshot and everything proving that you've done this, and I'll simply let you know what the website is called. It's a true gem. Now, back to unshadowbanning your channel. So at this stage, you've waited for 7 days, you've created some very, very good content, and you're ready to switch the ownership of the channel. So you would just press on, this would be the new user that I have invited to the account. It says owner, this is my old account, it says primary owner. So I would just make the owner into the primary owner like this. It would then transfer the ownership, and that would mean that my old account here, the green one, would just become the normal owner, because there can only be one primary owner on each brand account, and then I can simply just remove it here. So I only have my new Gmail as the user. After you've done this, very, very important, you should wait for 5 to 10 more days to let the channel just lay and cook up a little bit. Otherwise, you can still risk being shadow banned. So let it rest for an additional 5, 6, 7, 8 days. The more you wait, the better. And then you're good to go ahead and post your first improved video. And this has proven to work for a bunch of people that I talk with, a bunch of times for myself. It is a very good but kind of unknown method. So yeah, thank me later. But to recap, so after 5 days, you can just go ahead and create your video as usual, and you should be good. I want you guys to let me know in the comments if this works for you or not. I personally had it work basically every single time, but I have heard people it doesn't work for. So simply let me know what happens. Very interested to hear that. Now, for all of you guys that have a great vision of what you want to achieve with YouTube and see it as the real opportunity that it is, then I just want to inform you that I do have a mentorship program where we have helped hundreds of people get super good results with YouTube. Like Rachel here, for example, literally 90 days after she joined the program, she posted this image, 9.6K in total revenue. Crazy, that's over 3K per month since she started, which is just insane. And this goes on basically forever. I think we have Reed here as well with 75K in his first 5 months, I believe it is. I also have an interview with Reed that I'll put in the end of this video somewhere. Like, those are exceptional results for someone that didn't have any prior experience and have actually failed channels before working with us. So I know that's going to be a very common ground for a lot of you guys watching this video. Now, as a quick disclaimer in between, I'm definitely not saying that everyone will see super crazy results like Reed have done, like Rachel. YouTube is not a get-rich-quick scheme in any shape or form. It requires a lot of consistency. It requires you to really want to achieve the success that is possible. But if you simply do not put in the work, you're not consistent with your uploading schedule, you're not taking this seriously, then neither do I want to work with you, and neither will you get results. So that is why we just have a limited amount of spots available. We only work with people that me and the coaching team truly believe in. And that is also why we're able to have such a high success rate when it comes to results. If you're interested in something like this, getting a mentor that will basically tell you everything that you need to do, we will also give you a niche if you want to. It's included as part of the program, a vetted niche that I've found personally and done all of the research for. So don't worry about that. You'll get access to our freelancer pool, all these kinds of benefits. If that sounds interesting to you, simply apply. It doesn't cost anything. And if the application sounds good, we'll just do a quick discovery call with either me or one of my head coaches to see if you're a good fit. Also doesn't cost anything, so we're just happy to talk with everyone and see if we're able to offer you our services. It requires, of course, an investment to start a YouTube channel. It is definitely not free because we spend a lot of time into making sure that all of our members are getting the best possible help and are getting actual results. And that's also why I'm so confident and I'm able to offer a guarantee that says if you do not get the results that we promise you, then we will continue working with you until you do for free. So we will continue dedicating our time and our resources into making sure that we'd not stop working together until you reach this point of success that we've set up and mapped up when onboarding you to the program. So yeah, I don't have too much else to say. It's a great opportunity for those of you that really want to take this seriously, but no hard feelings if it doesn't sound like it's for you. So leave an application below if you want to. I'll put the interview with, should be this corner, I'll put the interview with Reed here who made 75K in 5 months on this screen right now, so you can click it. But apart from that, I'll see you in the next video.